All right, so you're thinking of moving to a condo or a townhome in Voorhees, New Jersey? That's exactly what we're going to cover in today's video. We're going to show you a bunch of different neighborhoods so you can see what you get for your money that are all townhome and condos in Voorhees. And we're going to get started right now. All right, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything about living in South Jersey, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to be notified every time we send out updated info about South Jersey. My name is Matt Curcio with Curcio Partners at Real Broker. We get calls and messages every day from people like you looking to make their move in the South Jersey market, and we absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 5 days or 5 months, give us a call, send us an email or a text. All of our information is in the description below. So as I said earlier, we're going to get started by taking you over to Voorhees and show you all the different townhomes and condo neighborhoods that are available. We're going to jump in my truck and we'll see you over there in a minute. All right, so we're here in Voorhees. This is called Ashley Run. Built around 1989. The HOA fee is currently floating around $230 a month. Most of the units are very similar to each other, around 1,300 square feet. One recent sold in the low 200s. So as you can see, quiet, lower or upper units, and we're going to drive you through so you can check it out. All right, so we're here in Voorhees at Bonne. Neighborhood was built in the mid-80s. HOA fee, it's going to depend on the size of the units. There's a few different styles to pick from, and then lower units, upper units, and stuff like that. But around the 250 mark, square footage is floating somewhere around the 1100s in general. Sold are ranging pretty much in the low 200s, but the market's still climbing, so it could go up from there. Great neighborhood. We're going to drive you around, show you a little bit more. All right, so we're here in Voorhees. This neighborhood is called Britton Place and Britton Place North. The HOA fees floating around $200 a month. Square footage is around 1,100 for most of the units. Sales are ranging from the low to mid 200,000. So as you can see, they're buildings, upper or lower units again, and we're going to drive you through it and show you a little bit more. All right, so we're here in Voorhees in Tomlinson Green. Built in the early 70s, the HOA fee currently is floating in the low 300s. Square footage is anywhere around 1,300. One recent sale in the low 200s. They're this unit, so here we're going to drive you around, show you the rest. All right, so we're here in Voorhees. This is called Victoriana. The HOA fees floating somewhere around the mid to high 200s. Square footage anywhere from 1,000 square feet up to the 1,200 range. Under contracts are low 200 to mid 200,000s, and then sold are anywhere from 175 all the way into the mid 200s. It was built primarily in the 80s. That's where it's going to depend on the condition on the inside. So as you can see, nice courts, and we'll drive you around, show you a little bit more. So we're here in Voorhees at the Mews at Echelon. The neighborhood was built primarily in the 80s. The HOA fee is running around the high 200s. Square footages are running anywhere in the low 1000s, and recent sales are showing anywhere from the low 2s to the mid 200s. So this is a condo style, and then behind me here we got some with garages. So we'll drive you through, show you a little bit more. All right, so we're here in Voorhees at Franklin Square. This neighborhood was built in the early 80s. HOA fee is only $120 a year. Square footage is anywhere probably around 1,000 to 1,500 square feet. Sold are ranging in the mid 200s into the 300s. There's a couple different units here. You can see there's 1-stories and then 2-story units down the way there. So we'll drive you through and show you a little bit more. All right, we're here in Voorhees at Bonne. This neighborhood was built anywhere in the 70s. HOA fee is floating around $240 a month. Square footage of the units is anywhere from 1,200 to 1,700. Some have a loft unit, so it's going to depend on your square footage. Under contract, one around $230. Sold are anywhere in the low 200s all the way into the mid to high 300s. Going to depend on what they look like. Obviously, being built in the 70s, they're going to have had some renovations. So, as you can see, nice streets, and we're going to drive you through, show you some more. All right, we're here in Voorhees. We are in Mainstreet. The association fee is going to vary depending on the unit, but planned for the 300s or more. Built in the 80s and early 90s, square footage can be anywhere from 1,200 to over 2,000 square feet. Actives anywhere from the 230s all the way up into the mid 300s. Solds, same thing, 200s into the mid 300s. This is one section here. There's a couple buildings like this, and then I got one behind me right here. So we're going to drive you around, show you a little bit more. All right, so we're here in Voorhees. This neighborhood is called Rainwood. A lot of twins, that's a primary unit, but there's ones here where there's like 4 in a row. Built in the 80s, there's no HOA, so you maintain your own property here. And actives right now, anywhere in the high 200s to the low 300s. Under contract, low 300s, and sold, same thing, mid 200s all the way into the low 300s. So square footage anywhere from 14 to 18 is typical. We'll kind of show you behind me here. And then we're going to drive you down the street and show you a bunch more. All right, so we're here in Voorhees. This neighborhood is called Partridge Run. These are all twin units, or it has single families as well, but we're just going to go over the twin units. So right now they're about 1,500 square feet, built in the 80s. Recent sales are anywhere from the mid 200s all the way into the low 300s. There is no HOA, so you maintain your own property here, as you can see. And we're going to drive you around, show you a little bit more. So we're here in Voorhees. This neighborhood is called Avian. Built in the 70s. Square footage is anywhere in the 1800s to a little bit over the 2000s. Sold because it was built so long ago, are ranging from the 260s all the way into the 400s. So as you can see, they're long, connected properties. And we're going to drive you around, show you some of the streets. All right, so we're in Voorhees. This neighborhood is called Hermitage. It's built in the 90s. The HOA fee is around $280 a month. Square footage, they're all kind of similar, around the 1800s. There's one that's coming soon to the market in the high 300s. So as you can see, nice, clean properties. And I'll show you the back yards here. So beautiful area. We'll drive you around the loop and stop again. So we're here in Voorhees at the Lakes at Alluvium. This is a private neighborhood. While current under contracts are anywhere in the 460s to the 620s, and sold are going to be in the 300s all the way into the now maybe 600s. So it's really going to depend on the condition based on everything that's going on. Let's see here, nice spot, and I'm going to drive you up and take you around the corner.